Of whether or not Rogers County Bar Association attorneys need to have a background check in order to require one of the security access cards to the courthouse 3rd and 4th floor judges' chambers, corridor hallways. Commissioner Helm, put this on.
I did. Well, I'm in Elk City, but I'll take it. Okay. Jenny, how are we going to operate this card system? How did we decide to do this?
Well, Coy and I worked, actually discussed this, and that's kind of the question that we had at the final one. We discussed during the meeting background checks, but it never was determined who's doing them, what the cost is. Do we need to do them? Do only the couriers need them? Do only the attorneys need them? So Coy and I discussed that the attorneys, what we're going to look for in the background are felonies. Right? That's the purpose of doing the background screening. If they have a felony, then they wouldn't be able to bother. Right? Okay. So for the background investigations of the attorneys, they're kind of a waste of time because they're kind of self-regulated. But for the couriers, that's kind of where we had the question. They're not under the bar, but they are employed by the attorney, so I'm not sure what you guys wanted to do. And if you did want to do a background investigation, is it like an employment background?
There's some seats up front you guys can take.
A law enforcement background, which that costs as well. So that's where we were at.
Let me speak on behalf of the security. As each one of you know, I'm charged with handling security within the building, and it is my opinion, after doing the research and talking with the judges, that there is absolutely no need to run a background on the attorneys because they are officers of the court. There also is no need to run backgrounds as well on the couriers or runners, whatever you want to call them, because they are officials of those attorneys. It would be my recommendation that you simply go along with my decision as part of the Sheriff's Department that I am ultimately responsible for this security. It's my recommendation that we don't have to run a background on those. That's my feelings.
Okay, the A is for the attorneys.
Yes, A is the attorneys, B is the couriers as well.
Okay.
And C is the cost.
All right, let's go ahead and go to B. I think we've already talked about that, and that is the couriers. The board decision of whether or not Rogers County Bar Association couriers need to have a background check in order to require one of the security access cards to the courthouse, the 3rd and 4th floor judges' chambers, corridor hallways. So you're saying you don't feel there's any need in doing that?
No, we're dealing only with the 3rd and 4th floors. We're not talking about giving these people access. That's an area of the judges' corridors. They are extremely versatile and understanding of the laws that exist, and they know what is expected of them as far as security. And I, as being the responsible one for security at the courthouse, feel that it is extremely in the benefit of the court system to allow those people to have access to that 3rd and 4th floor.
If Major Jenkins is good with it, I'm good with it. I'll make a motion to forego background checks on the attorneys and the couriers.
On A and B?
A and B.
I'll second.
Hey, a point of order.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to be heard in that regard.
As would I.
Okay.
Because as far as the court system is concerned, it is not a board decision.
Okay.
So that's the issue
Well,
and the problem that we have. And I would ask that as chairman of the courthouse that you simply turn that function of activating the cards over to the sheriff. It is clear by statute that this is the function of the sheriff's office. The judiciary will have discussions with the sheriff's office, but it is not a board decision. This is the 3rd time that we've been here on this issue. I would ask that we simply turn that over to the statutory authority, which is the sheriff's office.
Yes, sir.
Our other recommendation is, and again, we revisit something here that is coming in for the 3rd time. Major Jenkins did a very comprehensive study of an assessment of the courthouse. We also enlisted the help of Homeland Security that's going to come and help us with an assessment on the building. And I think we'll have as good a plan that can exist. But in order to do that, and today maybe this decision needs to be made right there, card key access to this building. And I'm not asking for permission for it. The statute, as Judge Pondren said, is very, very clear. We're not asking for permission to do our job that we're responsible to do. Title 19 clearly states that, and we've been in agreement with it. Tom Gruber, there was a conference call Friday, Major Jenkins, Judge Pondren, and Undersheriff and myself. And he's definitely prepared to move forward with a declaratory judgment that will enable us, I guess that sounds pretty bad, that will enable us to do our job. We're not asking for permission to do our job. We're here today to say that we are going to do our job. That part of that right there, that when Tom Gruber gets involved, now that we have to pay for outside counsel, it'll come at a great expense to the taxpayers' money to kick out something in a courtroom that we can here settle real easy by giving us card key access to this thing. The card key access, anybody doesn't know that, as we transitioned from the old building to the new building, was automatically set up, and now HR's got control of that. I'm not asking the Board of Commissioners or HR for permission to do my job. I'm saying we're here to do it. If that comes at the expense of lawyers and Rogers County taxpayers, then I guess we're prepared to do that, but that's the decision of the Board of Commissioners.
And just to be clear, we have submitted names that are ready for card activation. It's been nearly 2 weeks ago, and the Human Resources Office has made it clear that they don't have the time, or perhaps are unwilling to activate the cards. And so, again, I'm asking that that be given to the sheriff. The sheriff's office has been in agreement that those cards need to be activated. They are today still not activated. So I'm asking that that be transferred to the sheriff's office.
Court has the cards right now, isn't it?
He doesn't have the ability to activate.
They're activated right now in his hand.
Okay, so you've got the cards right now waiting to put the pictures on, is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And they are activated.
They are activated. We just need to get pictures on. We're about a few this morning.
I think it was provided when, in the shortcoming of a very embarrassing moment.
I'm sorry.
Yes, come up here.
Corey and I have discussed this. We've been on the same page. When I said that we could get the cards next Friday, he told me, don't worry about it. We're not there yet. So our timeline and your timeline are completely different. So I'm sorry if there's a miscommunication, but I thought we were fine with the sheriff's office and getting these cards together. And I never said I didn't have time to do it. I
think that we need to.
I have shared. I have
not an appropriate procedure.
I have to make sure that you guys are in agreement with something before I can do it.
Okay.
And that's what I was doing.
I thought we were already in agreement. We've already passed this. It was going on. I thought it was done. I didn't know until I see it on the agenda that it hasn't been done.
So for further cards and names that are approved, because we're still in that process, again, that needs to go through the sheriff's office.
Okay. You two have anything? Mr. Iskey?
One comment. Sheriff, nobody forced you to hire outside counsel. That was your choice. That's my only
You know what,
That's my only comment, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I think I'm being sued by those individuals, so I think anybody would understand, if I want clarification on that, probably not the best idea to get your representation from the people that are suing you for doing your job.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion that we let the sheriff's office take over the security of this courthouse completely.
Mr. Iskey, on that point, the judge has said that that's clear in the statute that is the sheriff's office responsibility. Does the board's legal counsel agree with that?
First thing I'm going to tell you, Commissioners, that matter's not on the agenda. It'd be inappropriate for us to discuss it.
Okay, and I can't, you're right. I can't make that motion.
All we're doing, Chairman, is doing A right now. You want to take them in order? We're just doing A,
B, and D.
B, or you want to take them both together?
Let's just take them all.
I mean, well, A and B.
Let's do A and B.
Okay.
I made a motion
To approve A.
to approve the attorneys and the couriers for building background checks.
And the ones you're second.
I'm gonna recant my second. I believe this is an item that belongs to the sheriff. He needs to make these decisions.
So A and B is what we're looking at, and you're recanting your second?
Yes.
I'll second.
Loser?
I believe this is something that needs to go to the sheriff to make this decision.
Hill?
Aye.
Thacker?
Aye.
Motion's been carried on A and B.
Okay, item C, a board decision in which entity will assume responsibility for providing background checks for the Rogers County. Well, we didn't do background checks. We don't even need to do this. Okay, item 11, reimbursement. I'm sorry, I've done what I can here. Item 11, reimbursement for resolution 2014-126 to the